So we all know about the red flags and how we as women deal with red flags. Still, we hardly mention the green flags when we see these flags in the talking stage, on our first dates with men, during the early stages of the relationship, or when we are already in a relationship with a man. But how do we navigate our emotions when we encounter these green flags? Today, I want to talk about when you see the green flags, the high value response. Hello, I'm Coach Nadine, your empath and highly sensitive coach. Make sure you share, follow, and subscribe below so you can watch all the videos that the other coaches and I have for you. Also, we have a masterclass, The Secret of a Man's Mind, that you can't miss, and it's coming soon. Here's a promo about it, and we'll talk about the green flags after the promo.
There are two types of women. One that positions herself to be a winner using a man's very own nature. We call that woman a black swan, or a woman who is convinced that she can scream, shout, and complain and change a man's nature. Now, if you are a black swan, I have decided to help you out. Ladies, I am offering you another free masterclass on the secrets of a man's mind. In this course, we're going to look at the things that men will never tell you, are afraid to tell you, don't even know they need to tell you, assume you should know. We're going to look at the man's brain, how he is wired, his heart, his spirit. How does he really think? What is going on in his mind when he meets you, marries you, dates you, courts you? We're going to look through every aspect, and you will be able to understand the secrets of a man's mind. And being a black swan, you will be able to use those secrets to create the love life you crave and deserve. If that sounds good to you, all you have to do is follow any of the links or wherever you see this video, and I will see you on the other side.
When we see green flags, we may step back and think that this may not be possible because we worry that it's too good to be true, or we become cynical regarding the possibility of being in a loving relationship. And yes, there is wonderful men out there that want the same things that you're looking for. That person, they want that too. We sometimes may self-sabotage the relationship since we believe we can't meet a man that shows positive signs or meet our core needs to be in a relationship. So let's identify what the green flags are and then discuss how to respond to them in a high value way. The first one, they meet your core needs. You have identified your core needs and he meets the core needs that you expect. And let me point out that core needs you have ranked as important to you, the things you are willing to accept in the relationship. Since in dating and entering a relationship, you're assessing what are the most important things that are important to you and the things you are okay with, or the things that are okay with that you don't mind not having. The second thing is consistency. He calls you when he says he'll contact you. He keeps the word, so if you're going on a date, he does not flake on you. And if he cannot make it, he lets you know in time. He's consistent, and you know he's reliable. Number 3. His words align with his action. What he says, he does. So if he does what he says, he follows what he means. One of my exes would say he loved me, but he did not show what he conveyed through his actions. So unfortunately, the words were just empty, since his action did not follow his words. But you want to look for someone who matches his acts with his words. Number 4, he gives you compliments. Everyone loves compliments. Number 5, he listens to your needs, and if your needs are not met, he sees how he can meet them. Number 6 is when there's a conflict and something bothers you, he takes action to make sure that you do the right thing. They want to make sure that you are content. You and him may not always agree, but you communicate that he sees your point of view, as well as you may understand where he's coming from. Number 7, speaking of conflict, you don't feel like you're walking on eggshells when you want to have a conversation or get into a disagreement. Number 8, you can enforce your boundaries, and the men can also too, because you both respect each other's boundaries. Number 9, you feel comfortable being vulnerable with him, and you're in your true essence, your true self, without pretending to be anyone else. Number 10, he supports and encourages your dream, just as you do with him. You're each other's cheerleaders, where you can allow each other to become each other's best selves. Number 11, you feel pursued, protected, and when you're with him, you feel safe. He feels at home. So how do we respond to these green flags, especially with something that you may not have seen often? First of all, it's a way of thinking. Instead of thinking, this cannot happen, come in a different perspective, or have a different perspective. And this is what I should see in my mind. When we come from a perspective that we're not worthy of getting this, or why we're getting this, it gives off again this energy that we don't deserve this as a woman, and we do. We also tend to self-sabotage when we see green flags in a relationship, because there may be a fear that this may be the last, or we don't deserve this, or what if the man changes in the relationship? But trust yourself and take it day by day. Live in the moment. The same way you see how a friendship blossoms, so you should look at this relationship with this man. So from the points I've had discussed earlier, how do we respond? You're saying, Nadine, get to the point, and I will. So the first thing is the core needs. They meet your core needs, and so continue to observe, but enjoy it. Don't think it's gonna stop or doubt it. Live in the present and continue to see if this man is fulfilling the core needs. Also know that every woman's expectation of what their core needs from a man is different. So base this on what you need from a man and not what other women are looking for, as their core needs from a man may be different. Consistency again. Accept the consistency. Enjoy it. And praise your man for being consistent. So if he calls you daily or keeps a promise, make sure he knows that he's appreciated, that you appreciate him doing this. The words align with actions. Allow yourself to be trusting with this man, and also continue to be vulnerable, since you see how his words are aligned with his actions. Compliments. Accept the compliments and receive it. Make sure you're also complimenting him too, so he knows that he's loved and cherished by you and he feels special by you. Listen to your needs. Continue to sit in your feminine energy. And if you're not sure about this, we do have a course called Feminine Mastery in the Black Swan Relationship Academy that I highly recommend. So please look into this course. Conflict resolution. How he speaks to you and deals with you if he's handling disagreement. Well then, if he's speaking with you, well, don't try to sabotage it or try to break up with him when conflicts or disagreements arise. Continue to keep the communication open with him and talk to him when things bother you. A man will want to make sure that their woman is content and happy. Their instinct is to protect you. Boundaries. Continue to accept the boundaries he has, but also state the boundaries that you have, and do this in a respectful and loving way. The key to all of this is to enjoy the relationship with this man and know that you are worthy and deserve love. Relationships provide great lessons for us. Not only do we learn about ourselves, but the man we are dating. So embrace the green flags and don't run away. So the next time when you see green flags with a man, instead of wondering if this is real, accept it and know you're worthy of having it. Be in the moment. Be present. Until next time, see you soon.
Well done for coming to the end of this video. What I want to ask you is, what have you learned? What is your takeaway? And what are you going to start practicing right away? Those 3 things are how you are going to get the best out of every class here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy. Please put it in the comments so that we can all have a look. So I can have a look, the coaches can have a look, and I promise you, we read every comment. We may not be able to reply to every comment, but we read all your comments and we want to see how you are growing. And we will see you on the next video.